person in that circle, you know, they don't care if your boy next to you got a pound of weed. They want to get you and stuff. So I get it. So you're right. So
that's the problem with coming back into society. We not. If you do a crime, whatever the case it is, if it ain't murder, and you was given a certain amount of time, and you come back out here, you should have, okay, let's give you 2-3 years, and give you the opportunity to be able to get your rights back. You know what I mean? Like, to be able to, once you go to prison, it's like, oh, you can't live in this area. Oh, you can't rent over here. You can't get a house.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, so what it leads people to do? It leads you to go right back into the world. So that's how it becomes a repeat offender, because it's set up. It's designed for that. It's designed for failure. It's not like, hey, you done did 12 years for this crime. Okay, I gave you 2-3 years probation. Once you're off of that, hey, this is the steps you can take. Go back and vote. Get your rights back. Let you, you know what I'm saying? You might have grown and changed.
There you go. That makes a lot of sense. And I think a lot of times people don't understand that. Like, they just looking at it, but you're right. If the system is not geared to help you,
not at all.
It's kind of geared to kind of keep you trapped.
Most definitely.
So you gotta find a way to break out that trap. And it seems like you definitely find a way to do your thing to get your stuff right.
You know, now like we got social media. Like before I left, it wasn't no IG.
So that's what I'm saying. So how's it now with the IG, with the social media, I should say?
It can be helpful and it can be how do you say deadly at the same time, because now you're seeing a lot of things you can persuade, you can play, you can make something look like more than what it is. So sometimes the youth and younger people see that and that's what they want or that's what they think, and that's what has you go to do certain things.
Right.
That's what make you go to do certain things.
So they could be like,
if you use it right, it can work for you.
Okay.
Because the opportunity out now, you can push yourself. You don't actually need people to promote you. You can actually promote yourself.
That's right.
It's just how you choose and how hard you go at it. You know, some of us got to drive, some of us don't.
Are you doing like something on YouTube?
Yeah, I got the YouTube. Well, the good thing about YouTube is like really like they paying me to show my life. Like,
wow, that's great.
You know what I mean?
They actually paying you to show. See that? Like, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's people in the world that are not accustomed to some things, so they might. Let's just say you saw something, you saw a person, but now with YouTube, I can say, hey, well, this is how I did this. This is how I did that. Right now, I can show behind the scenes. I can show that this going on. I'm letting you into my world. So, I mean, if you're doing the right thing with it, it can help you. You know what I mean? So once you get an audience or you doing something positive or you get people to follow and watch, now you're a voice. So you get to spread the word. The things that are not out there, I'm able to say now. Like I'm able right now to speak on things that we might not get a chance to speak on. So I'm able on my YouTube. I tend to touch a lot of bases. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to speak with a lot of dudes, a lot of stand-up guys that done went away, that done came home, and they got things going on and how they bettering themselves. This whole movement right now is life after. This is all written. You know what I mean? So it's just a time frame. Like, I'm excellent right now. I mean, life is good. Like, I don't got no, like, I did the time, that's over with. Like, it happened. Like, I could tell you a story if you, like, literally asked about something, but I don't remember it. I don't even dwell on it. Like, it's over with. It's like, what's going on now? What you finna do now to better yourself? None of that's gonna matter. That's past tense.
No, you're right. Because why dwell on the past when you can change it? So you gotta definitely live for the future. So that's a good way of
that would keep you. That would keep you angry. Most men, whether young or old, what happens? You go away, and sometime in life. If you went away at 25, you might be stuck at 25. You go through 15 years, now you around killers and now it's life or death. It ain't all peaches and cream in there. So now you gotta stay out the way and try to live to make it back home.
Right.
So sometimes you around so many different individuals, you hear everybody's problem. So sometimes that gets in people's head, and then now they got a vendetta. Now they mad at it, like, why this happened to me? Like, and if you hold that grudge, now you out here, you ain't gonna get ahead by just holding the grudge, feeling like everybody owe you something. You gotta actually go out here and take what you want. Like, it's even though the opportunity not out here like that for you, it's there for you. Like, if you really want it, you know what I'm saying? If you want to try to like I say, do something like you say the YouTube. I'm gonna use the YouTube the same way I would have hustled in the street. I ain't gonna just. I want more and more and more. So the more and more you do, you know what I'm saying, the more and more you're gonna get. And if you could get out there and get the world your story or help others in any kind of way, like I say, people reach out on there and ask me questions and they didn't know something. And they asked me how could they do something. Can I help them with this? And
that's great. No, that's great.
I love being able.
Hey.
I've always been that person being able to do something. So if I can help somebody, that means I'm able to do it. So that's the greatness in it.
And that's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. It doesn't matter.
No.
You was in the feds. It doesn't matter if you could come out and you could share some light and help somebody else. Well, whatever they're going through, that's a plus. That's a plus. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like I feel like there's a lot of people out there. That's why social media is what it is. Because there's a lot of people out there looking for help, looking for answers, looking for just somebody to just give them a direction.
That's what I want to bring to the table. Like, you know what I'm saying? You looking at a man, you say, hey, he don't look that old. Oh, he don't look that stressed. Oh, he look happy. Oh, he right back where he left at. I mean, that opportunity right there, that's because I came and I took it. Like, this is what's going on out here. I saw back when I came out here, I looked and seen what's going on. I see the direction. Okay, the young dudes over here, they doing this. All right, I don't want no part of that. I'm going this way.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they making money like this? Okay. All right, I got my car. Everybody's in this car world now. That's what it is. All right, let me utilize this. So that's what it is. So now it is. It's every man. You always need someone. But like I say, being that we have social, I'm in California right now, but I'm in Miami. I can be in Dallas. I can be in Texas. I can network. I can get it across. You know what I'm saying? I can help others. They can help me, depending on what it is. So. That's the good thing about the social media world right now and the opportunity out there for us because we can have a voice even if they don't want us with a voice. You can have a voice.
There you go. What's up with the cars, man? I heard you mention the cars now. What's up with the cars, man?
Yeah. I am the vert killer. You know what I'm saying? I've been into the car game a long time, and you know what I mean. And I got one of the nicest cars out right now. I had one that was done before I went in, and it's been around a long time. So. A lot of people know me by it, you know what I mean? And a lot of people are amazed that, hey, you still got the car. Like, this car was actually done this long ago. How long, it was ahead of its time.
With the paint, what color is it? What color is it?
The color is pagan gold. I like to call it pineapple. So it's a fade. It's a when the light hit it, it's a bright gold to like an orange, like a rust color. So it got different shade as you look at it in the light. That's my baby.
There you go. And so definitely, that's nice. I like that. I see that, man. I saw the pictures on IG, man. They looking good, man. So definitely the cars. You got the motivation going. Have you sat around and talked to some young boys yet? Like, have you?
Besides the kids, not really. Like my kids, I really installed in there. Right
there you
now,
go.
I want that. So I got a 23-year-old right now and a 19-year-old.
Right.
I got two little ones after that, boys wise. My girls, I don't have to worry about them.
They good.
You know what I mean? Like, young men, you got to talk to the men because we the providers and we feel like we need more than what it is.
Right.
And now everybody feel like you need the jewelry, the chains, you need this what people need to look at, but you got to understand you got to understand what come with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you win $50,000-$60,000 chain, you're a target.
Oh.
And a lot of times when I was in the street, I knew I was a target. For every one man walking around with this on, it's 100 men out there want to take it from you. You know what I'm saying? They looking at you like, man, you a P. Like you peon. Like,
what parts of the city were you in? Like hanging out at?
Little Haiti. I'm everywhere though.
Oh, Little Haiti?
Yeah, I'm really getting money in Little Haiti. So if you know, you know.
Okay.
But what we like to call unincorporated Dade County.
Dade.
The city, down south. It ain't a place I can't go. I mean, my face clean, so I ain't looking over my shoulder about nothing. Like I ain't told on nobody that did that, so I could go anywhere. Like,
there you go.
I'm pretty much loved. You know what I'm saying? I might have a little envy here and there, but for the most part, I'm everywhere you need to be. Anywhere. It ain't a place I can't go or wasn't.
That's good.
I mean? So I done been around. And I mean, this is my city, so I'm always around. I'm everywhere. You know what I mean?
That's good. So let's do this. Let's take a quick break.
Okay.
And let's take a quick music break. And we'll be...
What you say now?
So you were saying something earlier about the youth, like, what you were saying earlier, like, when we went on that break.
Yeah, I want to get a few good brothers, like I said before. I'm already in motion with it. Be able to reach out to give back. Just trying to find the right way to come at the youth.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just come at them, but the right way to come at them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just you know what I'm saying? Talk to them. Sometimes you never know where it comes from. They might need that little buzz in their ear. I'm just here to be like, hey, this what happened. And like I'm here and you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I got the opportunity after, you got all this opportunity now without going through what I had went through. So to choose this different route and just go that way. You know what I mean? Not learning. I ain't gonna say it's the hard way, but you know what I'm saying? It's a part of what come with it. But you know what I'm saying? Try to prevent that from happening. Giving life a shot. And like I said, we got a lot of more opportunity now out here in the world due to what's going on. So if I could be that you know, that little fly on the wall or in their ear that can help them out with that, I want to, you know what I'm saying, reach out and
you know what? I think sometimes that's all they may need, man. You may not be able to save everyone, but you will probably get in somebody's ear and probably influence them and make them change. Like, so that one out of maybe 100 may listen. And that's all we can ask for. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we want 100%. But like you said, you know, sometimes it's hard to reach, you know, people, especially if they live in that fast life. If they live in that fast life, fast money, you know, it's hard to tell them to give that up.
Even if they live in that, but they might not be living that.
Right.
I might be just talking about the patience, the going about the right way to get it.
Okay.
Because a lot of times I don't think the youth is living that right now. Like I said, I think it's more like follow the leader, and what's hype now is I'm in the game. You know what I mean? I'm a blood, I'm crip, whatever the situation is. And it ain't no meaning to why they doing it. You know what I mean? It's just this what it is. So this what I think is right.
You're right.
And it's not taught to you or how you came up. Like I say, it's more so an individual want to be what they think is cool.
What they think is cool. Exactly.
Yeah, what you think is cool.
Exactly. Like, y'all think all of the jewelry, the bling, and all this, to be in the club, spending all your money. You know, what do you say with these young cats that's in the game? Because this is why I look at it. I look at it like, okay, these young cats in the game, they're making this money. They're going out to these clubs. They just throwing up $100,000 and just... I'm saying, bro, y'all could go and take that money and buy some property. You know, do something productive with it.
They ain't learned the value of the money yet. And 9 times out of 10, you don't want to hear that.
They don't want to hear that, right?
Nah, they don't want to hear that because, like I say, they think this is what you think is cool right now.
Oh, that's what they want to live, right?
I done been there, throwing up the money and all of that. The thing about that is, what you could have did with the money to help the ones that, when it come to an end or it ain't happening, that you gonna need. The problem is, you know, your young fella get all the money and stuff, and then they've been with their mama or living in their mama house, and then instead of bought your mama a new car or fix her home up, you know, because your mama gonna always take you in.
Yeah, mama always gonna take you in. Pay her house off.
Yeah, instead of doing something like that, you go a totally opposite route, and then when it comes down to an end and you fail, now it's like, where you going at? Now you got to go back over here, and it's like, damn, what you had did, like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even give mama something to put away. Even if it was for her, she might not used it, but now that you ain't got it, she might be able to help you with it because you was the one who had gave it to her.
I don't know if you ever watched the series Power.
Yeah, I watched Power.
Right, and I just remember when you said that, I just thought about Power, like how you had Ghost and Tommy, you know, 2 brothers that came up in the game, but one didn't want to get out. And like you said, I'm thinking about when you say some of these young cats, they don't want to hear that, but then one that wanted to get out.
The reason why you don't want to get out, like, what you getting out, when you doing it, like, what you gonna get out and do? Like, if you feel like this, the world, this what it is, what you what you gonna do after you get out, or what is enough?
Right.
If it wasn't your mind frame, like I'm gonna get in here, do this, and I'm gonna get this and get out, the odds of you getting out is slim to none.
I get what you're saying. So if you didn't have a plan to get in and get out, kind of like that movie.
A person that wants to get out is tired.
Right. Kind of like that movie Players Club with my girl.
Okay.
Remember when she said, she was like, yo, don't let the money make you. You don't say don't let the money. She had a plan. Her plan was to make some money, to dance in the club, but then get out of it.
I believe that started off with a lot of women.
Right.
But then it's like,
that money started looking good, huh?
And I then got caught up in the life now. Do I want to stop making it, or really going to go work somewhere? It might at first it was just, I just need a little bit of just, I'm going to do this for extra while I'm doing this, and then they see how it comes. But what comes with that life, it comes a drag on you. It's a toll on your body. It's a toll on you of what you're doing the same thing every night over and over.
Yep. So definitely that fast life, like you said, I hear what you're saying. You know, for those that have a plan, they probably can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have no plan, it's like, what am I gonna do? But at the end of the day, we, like you said, it ain't worth it. Don't you know, y'all need to understand that, you know, there's other things you could do, which is great. Like I said, I like the fact that you said you got the YouTube.
Yeah. That
you're actually reaching people reaching out to you to hear your story. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's good. What else besides the YouTube? What else would you like to, you know?
I got a book coming out.
Oh, okay.
I'm working on a logo right now. You know what I mean?
Probably, you got a title for the book yet?
Yeah, I got a title for the book. The title for the book is Raised in the County of Dade.
All right.
So that's the title of the book, and I mean, it got a little, how you say, I'm gonna say fiction, but real life experiences. You know what I mean? So that's how that came about, and that's what I did with about an hour and a half, maybe 2 a day of my time when I was locked up. Okay, so you was writing this book. Yeah, every day I would go to the library and take out like an hour or 2 out of my day, and I wrote my book. That was one of the things. You was able to write it on paper and keep it. How you wrote it? Like I said, man, I know people think that when you in prison, that's the end of the world. Nah, man, like you can actually learn Spanish. They got notebooks. You got real pens. Okay. You got like, to be honest, it's like you going off to college or something. It's like really like if you in military school or something. Like, it's like The only thing not happening in prison for some dudes, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about a man and man, but I'm talking about is actually like them having sex with a woman. Here and there, it can happen. But that's about it. Like everything, you're in tune to what's going on. Like I said, you got. So we thinking like it's like, oh man, you cut off from the world. Nah, man. You can buy dictionaries, like you know what I mean. You got, like I said, they got a library. They got books for you to read. They got classes for you to take in there. They got horticulture. They teaching dudes how to weld. I mean, it's slowly not as much as what they had going on. The opportunity in there for you, because you got dudes when you're in prison and been an inmate. You do everything in the prison. Right. So meaning the AC, they teach dudes the prisoners are fixing the AC. Oh, so they're actually teach you how to do it? So you know what I'm saying? So you learn. So you learn a trade. They putting up TVs. Right. If you choose. You got some dudes that's, hey, I'm locked up, I'm gonna gamble, drink, do drugs and sneak and still do crime. I'm a criminal. Right. So you got that mentality. So they get the drugs. They still get the drugs. You're gonna get all that, man. This is impossible to stop that. Okay. However any means, there's ways to get it. It's gonna come through that. I got you. So you got cats in prison that actually can learn a trade. Yeah. But then you got the ones that just say, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna sit here and just smoke and get high." That's just what it is. Like, yeah, I get it. They didn't accepted it. Like that's. But those was some. But think about it. But think about what you just said now. The ones that are learning a trade or learning something, when they get out, that's actually better for them because now they have the opportunity to take that knowledge and build on it. Start their own little business. Get they drive the forklifts and they get the license in there. Like, right. It's a lot of that. Dudes end up driving trucks.
Right.
The opportunity, like I said, is there for you. It's just how you choose to utilize it.
Spend that time while you're there, right?
If you get the time and just like, man, you got some dudes that's not gonna work out. Okay. I'm in here like, forget it. And then you got some dudes that's gonna get up every day, work out, and think of a plan and say, hey, well, I'm gonna work out. They take up health. So now they learn all this. They get their little health license or whatever. Then they come out here and they might teach a class and tell you what to eat. Some may work out for some.
And the funny part is when they do that, you wouldn't even know what their background is.
Nah.
Imagine if some dude, like you said.
It's a lot.
That's what I said. Imagine a dude, bodybuilding. Now he learned his health. He opened his own little gym. And people sign up because they look at him and say, oh, man, he look healthy. He look healthy, man. Look at him. He's all cut up. You wouldn't even know.
Yeah, some dudes that really been focused. Like,
right.
Imagine, like, some people look at me like, yeah, I'm doing 1,000 push-ups every day.
Right.
Pull-ups. Like, nothing else. Like, I'm really, like, I get up every morning. It's a part of your time. Like, if you go, that's going to, work your mind without having you thinking about,
right.
Concentrating on, what is my girl out here doing? Like,
if
you in there like that,
can't do
you're going to run yourself crazy.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So some of us, like I say, with a time frame, we sit and you got to be there asking you, what you going to do when you get out? You ain't going to come back in here. Then you got those officers in there telling you that. So some of mind frame like, man, I ain't finna let them, like, I ain't finna come back here. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So when you in there, like I say, you got a lot of time to think. And when you come out here, it's opportunity, man. Like I say, with me, I was very known, so it helped me. The same thing that put you, it helped you too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm here giving opportunity to tell a story, to, get out here and speak to people.
So when you say you're very known, when you went to the feds, you saw some people that you knew in there?
Oh, I just a lot of people I knew.
He said a lot.
And not even, I saw people that I knew. I got a chance to meet people that I didn't know. And then it's people that, hey, I saw you such and such. Before I went to the feds, I was going to Cali. I was going to the A. I'm going to people's cities. So sometimes you even bump into those dudes like, hey, I was in such and such with you. So, that happens. And you got a lot of dudes sitting around telling their stories and what they had going on. It's the same thing with, like Big Meestrum, like Power and the BMF story, and they got all that stuff behind it, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to give up, like, certain things, like I say, when you're young. When you get up, I'm at an age now, like, I done did so much that I'm still so ahead. Like, I went out every day for years, Monday through Sunday, out every night.
Monday through Sunday?
Monday through Sunday. It's not the day I miss. And the week, Monday start again, it's the same thing again.
Wow.
Skip the line, you in the club, clapping up, every night. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done did so much that I feel like I ain't lost. I ain't even feel like I was so ahead.
You don't even feel like you missed anything.
Nah, I don't feel like I missed nothing.
Yeah. Nah, you ain't missed nothing.
Nah, I ain't missed nothing.
If you Monday through Sunday, you didn't miss anything.
Same thing going on. Like I said, right now, it's just new players, man. It's just, you know what I'm saying? New players, that's the only thing changed. So if you was here to see from the way back in the days to now, it's good for you. If you was out there and you still able to do some of those things.
Right. So they always say, like, back in the 90s, they were rapping about, how they were selling dope.
Yeah.
But now they talking about how the new kids now are rapping about how they taking the dope, how they using it.
See, they using dope to cope with what they're going through.
And
that's the pain, and that's not having the guidance. So when you get on drugs, sometimes it's like, if you're a ignorant person or you're a silly person, like if you joke, like if I'm a jokester and I drink or get a little, the weed or the drink, the alcohol, it affects that brain cell, that little cells that brings out that in you. That's how you're gonna behave. So that's why you have
it amplifies that.
People that you got to do that he want to beat women when he get on alcohol.
Yeah.
That's that other side of him come out. So you know what I'm saying? Some people that's the hype, and some people going through some things that, like, man, the only way to cope with it is staying high or on the drugs all day. So they don't know what's going on. Like, they don't remember. Like, damn, I did that. But sometimes when you drink or you done drunk too much, you could be with a chick or somebody and they telling you, no, you're doing that. I was like, what?
Yeah,
I was doing that. Right. So that's why the people be on drugs and do all those things, man, because it affect that part of the brain, man. You ain't gonna be focused like that.
I hear you, and yet you
in this day and age, you need to be real focused because there's so much
need to
going
be real
on.
Focused.
Yeah,
you
man.
Gotta be real
they
focused.
The word that came for they trying to persuade you to agree with some things that are not agreeable, or like some things that we don't get along with. The difference in what the world is now, like I said, like I wasn't into like taking pictures or letting you know what I'm doing. If you know, you know. But I'm not like dudes like they're gonna show it. Like I sell weed, they show you. I got 100,000, they like show you.
They take pictures with the money, right?
Yeah, like I mean.
And that makes you a target, right? Like you said, that makes you a target, right? Like when you say that. You remember like when you said earlier, you still have all the jewelry on, and you know that when you go places, people watching you. It's the same thing, man. Y'all on social media, y'all taking this picture with all this money, you a target.
It's just a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's trust me, it's the dude out there. Even if you somebody, it's always somebody want to test you.
Right.
Even in prison, you somebody, you walk. You know what I'm saying? You do your thing, you stay away from something. It's always that one cat watching you.
Right.
And for some reason, they just mad. Or they just want to take it out. They want to test you. They want to try you. You always got that. So it's always one individual out there like, I'm going to get him. Even if they saying, yeah, he got guns. He stay with 3 dudes. Or it's always that one individual that's saying, I'm going to get him. Because he want to be the one that say, I'm the one who did it. Wow. There's people in the world really, and if you ain't conscious of that, boy, man, you're a lost soul out here. It's going down, too.
So what could we say on a positive note? To kind of leave some of these young cats with like say a positive note as far as
positive note is me right here speaking to you, man. Like after being gone, and you know what I'm saying, I can smile or wake up every day and not be like, man, I'm mad at the world, man. I just want people to know that, man. It's life, you know what I'm saying? It's life out there. We got to take advantage of it. You only get one of it, man. You only get one life to live, man.
Right.
So try to live it to the fullest, and which is enjoying life. And it don't take much to enjoy life. I know we all want, but we want, when you got to understand that you want to be comfortable. I want the money to, if I want to do something, or so that I can do something.
Right.
But a lot of people want the money just to do dumb stuff with it. You know what I mean?
Right, right. In other words,
not appreciate it. You know
right.
what I'm saying? And you're supposed to have money being able to do something if you wanted to do it.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like,
correct. Money is a tool. It's a tool to, like you said, to give you access to do things you want to do. To be able to, live a certain way, eat a certain way, dress. But, you know.
You ever seen the richest of the rich? Like, you ever pay attention to them like that? They might be wearing some Wrangler jeans.
There you go.
A $10 shirt.
Break it down.
Some $10 Converse.
Break it down.
And they could buy a Bugatti, 3 Bentleys.
Yes.
But they riding around in a little Honda Accord, or
probably the Honda
a little smart car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But some of us are taught that, hey, I need a flash. Like, you want a Benz and you can't really afford a Benz. Like, a lot of people, you work, okay, I could make the payment of $400 a month.
Right.
But the problem comes in 6 months when I have to do the brakes on this car, it's $3,000. You know what I mean? That's where the problem comes in. That's why
I like that.
Being able to afford something. See, some of them go out there and we get the car and it's like, oh yeah, I can make the payment, but you living check to check. You can't miss a payment just to drive it in. If you go get a brand new, I ain't gonna really say it look the same on the inside, but if you get any new car and that's not that expensive, it's gonna do the same thing though.
Yeah, they actually you're right. Nowadays cars are not like, maybe like 20, 30 years ago.
Yes, a Benz was different between a Toyota.
Right. Yeah, you can see the difference. But nowadays,
now you get in a new Kia, it ain't gonna be too much to do. It's gonna look.
It still has the Bluetooth. It has all of the stuff. It still has the, man. Trust me, you right, man. I like the way you broke that down.
Yeah,
you are so right. You are so right. So it's all about
With me, I want to be able to have a nice home and live comfortable. Like wake up knowing that I could go do it. Doesn't mean I need to go do it, but just knowing that I can do it that's what it's about now.
That's it.
Back when I was younger, like I said, you got to go through it. I'm not gonna tell you. Sometimes some people don't want to hear what you got to say. So sometimes They say a hard head make a soft behind. You got to go through it. You know what I'm saying? It's like your mama tell you, don't touch that plug, stop playing with it. But you still want to go find out. Don't touch that stove, it's hot. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just taking their advice for it and say, okay, they know. So hopefully, I mean, it's somebody out there that my story reach or get to that could say, yeah, he been through it, so I got to take heed to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all this about right now. And like, you know what I'm saying? And our youth, which is our future, they got to do better, man. Right. They got to do better, man. There's so much stuff that people are allowing that didn't get allowed when I was coming up. And that's the same thing with young men thinking that they're women or trying to go into a ladies' bathroom or just, you know, it's just
this world crazy, man.
And what they saying, hey, it's okay, you could do that, which is not. But you know,
yes,
it's the world we living in right now.
I'm gonna tell you, you right. This world that we living in right now is crazy. It's just like everybody just has a different view, and I think that I don't know, man, it's crazy, but.
And like I say, that's the detrimental. That's the part of the social and what people are able to see that you, if you're not paying attention, that your kids, the stuff that they could look up and see, and what people are able to put out there and try to make you think that is right, and it's not right.
There you go.
So that's what that like. It's just like being in a good neighborhood. You're not going to see a crime. Right. Doesn't mean crime isn't happening, but they don't want you to see that because they want that to be fair. This is the good neighborhood.
It's a good neighborhood, correct.
But in a neighborhood with crime happening in the bad, where they making it and they put all the individuals together to create that crime, they're going to short every second they get a chance
they're going to short everything.
To bring the property value down, to belittle the neighborhood and make you think, hey, this is where it's bad at. You know what I'm saying?
That is so
because
true.
That's what they're showing.
Man, I'm going to tell you, my brother, you hitting it right on the... You're hitting it right on the head right now with what's going on in society, and that is so true. And I think a lot of people need to wake up and understand this is going on. Yeah. This is not a game. This is actually going on. So we about to wrap it up. Any last words, you know, before we get out of here? You know, you want to say?
On YouTube, you can catch me at 71 Lucky, and on IG, you can catch me at Lucky71_Vert Killer. And I mean, you know, I joke around, I play all the time, I do all that, so I'm not telling you I'm a perfect guy, but I am having fun out there. But I mean, if you're trying to link up, or if you need me to host something, or you want to have the car, which we call Pineapple, at an event or anything, that's how you can reach out to me, man. And I'm always here. I try to get back to and respond to all the people that get at me on the social media aspects. Yeah. Every time that I get a chance at the end of my day, I go through it, and for the most part, I think I do good.
No, man. No, I like it, man. And I just like your energy. Definitely positive. Definitely, I hear you going in a good direction, man. I like it. It's definitely positive. And like I said, I feel like you have a lot to kind of share with people. You know, if you sit down with them, you'll have a lot to share with them. So, and you know, you got your head on straight, my brother. So, yo, round of applause to you for sure, my brother. Round of applause.